Hey everyone, Scrap King here, and as I recall from our last tutorial, we went over a special feature inside of the Photo Creations Project Builder known as the Freehand Crop Tool. This particular feature happens to be located within what is known as the right-hand toolbar, which has a host of other unique features as well. Now, with such a diverse set of tools, each with their own special functionalities and purpose, I felt it was necessary to provide a two-part video tutorial that will highlight each feature within the toolbar, allowing you to push your creativity to higher heights. So let's go ahead and click log in. And once we've logged in with our email and our password, we'll click let's get started to launch the builder.
Now, as you can see, I've already logged in and launched the builder and opened up a save creation. You don't necessarily have to start from a save creation. I just used it for the purposes of this tutorial. Now, situated at the top of the right hand toolbar seen here are two drop down menus. The first menu allows you to change the size or dimensions of your project from a 12 by 12 to 8 by 8 and vice versa. The second drop down menu allows you to change the cover type of your project. Right now I have Unbound Pages selected, therefore I don't have a cover. But suppose I decide that I want to have an actual scrapbook printed out. I can either select the soft cover option for my scrapbook or the hardcover option if I want something more durable. Now if you notice, however, changing the different cover types causes this pink outline, seen here, known as the print guide, to move inward or outward on the canvas. The print guide is there to act as a safe zone for your content. Any object within your project found outside of the print guide will most likely be cut off when your project is printed, so it's best to be mindful of this fact when switching the dimensions and cover types of your project. Now, seen below the two drop-down menus are a few tools that are absolutely essential to utilize when creating or editing any of your scrapbooking projects. And what I've dubbed the Edit section, the first 5 icons you'll find in the top row are the Undo button, the Redo button, the Cut, Copy, and Paste features as well. The first icon you'll see is the Undo button. Now suppose you have added a photo, embellishment, layering paper, etc., and decided that you're unhappy with the selection you've just made. As its name implies, by clicking the Undo button, you're able to undo the previous edit and revert back to what was seen on the canvas originally. So let's just go ahead and resize this image to something smaller that we can barely see. By clicking the Undo button, it'll revert back to its original size. Right next to the Undo button is the Redo button, seen here. The Redo button works a lot like the Undo button, only it reverts back to the last known instance of change that was made to your creation. For example, suppose you undo the resizing of this photo. So let me go ahead and resize it, first and foremost. Then just drag it back so you can see what's going on here. Now if I click Undo, it'll take it back to the smaller option, and we don't really want that on our canvas. Now I decide that I actually like the size of the photo before pressing Undo. You can use the Redo command to set things back to the way they were. So let's go ahead and click Redo. And you see here, the image is reverted back to its original state. The next icon you'll notice is the Cut tool. The Cut tool is special in that it actually serves two functions. The first and most notable function of the Cut tool is that it acts similar to the Delete button, which we'll discuss later, removing the selected asset or image from the canvas. So we have the photo selected, and by clicking the Cut button, you'll see that the image is removed. The second, not so noticeable functionality of the Cut tool is that it also saves a copy of the removed asset, which enables you to paste it back on the canvas if you so desire. So I'll go ahead and click on the Paste button. And you'll see that the image appears right back on the canvas like it never left. Located to the right of the Cut tool are the Copy and Paste tools seen here. I've decided to group the Copy and Paste tools together because they are interdependent. Once you've selected a particular asset or image on the canvas, pressing the Copy tool will allow you to save a new version of that asset or image. So let me go ahead and click the image, click Copy. And in order for you to see the new version on the canvas, you have to select the Paste tool, which will then place the copy version on the top of the original asset or image. Seen here. Now if I drag that, you'll see that it's pasted over the image that was already on the canvas previously. The next row of icons you'll notice are the Move Backwards, Move Forward, Move to Front, move to back, and delete features seen here. The move backwards feature enables you to layer an object on the canvas behind another object also found on the canvas. If you're unfamiliar with the idea of layering in imaging applications such as Adobe Photoshop or Corel Paint Shop Pro, it basically means to place an object on top of or below another object. Think of it like making a sandwich where you've layered at the very bottom of the sandwich a piece of bread, then layered on top of that you'll find the meat selection, then maybe on top of that you'll find the cheese, lettuce, so on and so forth. So let's just test that functionality of the backwards button. I have this photo selected here. I click on move backwards and you'll see that it goes behind the image that was previously on the canvas. To get a better idea of that, I'll go ahead and add a layering paper so you can get a better idea. And you'll notice that the layering paper goes behind that image as well. The move forward feature that acts in the same manner as the move backward feature, only it takes an object found behind another object on the canvas and places it on top of the object it was once behind. So if I click move forward, you'll see that the layering paper goes back on top of the image. The move to back feature also acts similar to the move backwards feature, only it positions an object behind all other objects found on the canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and select the layering paper, move it on top of the photo, click move to back, and you'll notice that you don't really see it because it's behind all the photos. But if I move these photos out the way and move this star out the way, you'll notice that the layering paper is behind all of the assets on the canvas. Now let's just click undo to get everything back into position. And of course, like its name implies, the move to front feature takes an object found behind other objects on the canvas and positions it in front of all other objects seen. Finally, the last icon you'll see in the edit section is the delete command. As you probably already know, the delete feature allows you to remove any object seen on the canvas that's no longer wanted or needed. So, say I wanted to delete this photo. I can go ahead and click delete, and you'll see that the objects get removed from the canvas one by one. And if I want to bring them back, of course I can go ahead and click undo and undo everything that we just deleted. Now in part 2 of this series, we'll go ahead and cover this section of the right hand toolbar known as the page tools. So stay tuned for that.